Welcome to the show!
Are you lighting dumpsters on fire?
Last night was bad.
The whole plane smells like weed.
Those were the days.
It's a joke, you idiot.
He's like, oh, it was great. We used to live in the subway tunnels.
Good old innocent fun. All right, everybody, welcome back to Troublemakers, the podcast where each week we bring on a guest and they tell crazy stories about their lives. As always, my name is Dylan Krasinski with you every single week. Today, a beautiful day in Brooklyn, just hanging out and enjoying life. With me, as always, to my left and your right is my co-host, the indisputable, the unscathable Mike T. Kerrigan, everybody.
Yes, welcome to the podcast. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everywhere. You know how it is.
He's getting so good at the intros. It's taken a long time.
I won't be doing these for too long.
No, dude, you got it. You're getting really good. It started with him just being like, subscribe. You fuckers know where to do it. You get it. You're getting good. And hey, let's get right into the episode. Very excited to have him here. New York City comedian, Minneapolis native. One of the only, and I have to say, one of great guests because you're one of two people who truly make me laugh online and on stage.
Wow, one of two, and Trump, I hope.
Oh, yeah, it's actually three.
Trump.
Three. You, Trump, and this guy right here, Mike Kerrigan.
There we go.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, that is the beautiful, sultry voice, Geoffrey Asmus, everybody.
Wow, I love the positivity.
Welcome
you
to the
guys
pod.
are positive and laughing and
Yeah,
smiling.
mostly him.
I like it.
Mostly
I
him.
like it.
If
it's fake or not, I don't know, but I love it.
As soon as the lights go on, you saw me, I was just depressed, vaping.
You were just in bed in the darkness. Gotta get ready to pod. Put on the smiles for the pod.
I'm faking. He's just generally delusional in life.
I love it.
It all comes Dylan's way, like when you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's all Dylan's
everything
way.
always works out. That's how I truly believe it.
Everything's coming up, Dylan. We love it.
Yeah, it was funny. Luke was on you last night. You're like, how you deny you're hooked on vapes. And you're like, no, I just like the way it stings my throat and the rush I get from it. I'm not hooked.
No,
That's just what a good heroin addict says.
Exactly.
I love when it hits my veins. I love it. The euphoria.
Do you vape?
I occasionally no. It's
No?
too easy. That's why I don't do it. It's too you're addicted. I mean, it's so addicting. It's so addictive.
I don't know if I have an addictive personality. I wouldn't call it an addiction, but do I do it from the moment I wake up until I go to bed? Yes.
Could you stop?
Yeah, I stopped for like 6 weeks, and then
Were you shaking and needed it back?
No, I stopped, and then I was like, you know what? I think it's been long enough. I can do it for a little bit again.
Right.
And,
the popcorn lungs have dissipated. You're
God.
back.
And then I went right back on, and it was a huge mistake.
Aren't they banned? I thought, or Juul is
I
it
think
just
the flavors
Juul?
are banned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Juul is banned. I think they're banning Juul, but I smoke Miley's.
Why would just one brand get banned? I don't understand. Aren't they the same thing?
I don't know. They're not. I don't think they're regulated at all. So someone told me that you can make them in your basement and sell them. And
and you're thinking about it.
Yeah,
you're
you know
thinking
what?
about it.
I'm ready to take that next step.
Have a Long Island flavor. Long Island Jewel. Yeah.
It's just pizza and regret.
Smells
That's
like
it.
a sweaty divorcee. Yeah.
This is rosé and bagels. That's it.
There we go.
Oh, dude. Well, yeah, I'm serious about that. I'm very excited to have you here. You are one of you and Mike and Trump are like
the only
guys, the holy trinity right there. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. The only guys who really, truly make me laugh online. That is,
shit. I love that. Thank
truly.
you.
I always, your clips are hilarious. Your stand-up's hilarious. So we knew we would love to get him on the pod.
Glad to be here. We're going to say some slurs, have a little fun.
Yeah, no, that's actually how we close. You know, Pete Holmes closes his podcast. Everyone says like a catchphrase.
Oh, yeah.
We make
say
all our
favorite slur.
Yeah.
Our favorite white slur.
Yeah, no, here all our guests have to say the N-word at the end. And we
Okay.
save it. We don't put it out. We save it in a file.
Right, and then you put it out when they get big or whatever.
Yeah, in case they don't, in the slander the pod sometime in the future,
If the
flip
word's
that out
good
there.
enough for Rogan, it's good enough for me. That's what I say. That's what I always say.
Oh, I love that. So yeah, dude. So you grew up in I thought you. That's why I asked because.
You asked if I was from Chicago.
Yeah, I thought you were a
earlier.
Chicago guy, but I wasn't positive.
I did comedy there for a while. No, Minneapolis, Minnesota, or a suburb, but yeah, Minneapolis. I love Minnesota. You're going there for the first time this weekend.
Am. By the come this out, I will have come back. So I'm.
You will
assuming.
have had sex in Minnesota. We're hoping.
And hopefully some corn dogs.
It hits a little different in Minnesota. Sex is a little different. You're gonna love it.
I can see you at a fair too. You're probably a big fair guy.
Mike totally avoided the other part of that that comment.
We're trying not to be crude. I'm sorry. We'll talk
No,
about
please.
the fair.
But I think the fans love the crudeness. They, I'm sure they do.
You're gonna have the fair is amazing. The Minnesota Get Together. That's what they call it.
Is it really?
There's more people go to it than live in Minnesota.
Really?
There's like 5 million people live in Minnesota. Like there'll be like 6 or 7 million that will go to the fair.
I haven't been to a good fair in a long time.
Oh,
so.
they're mostly shit, but ours is good. It's so good.
What is the number one thing that I should eat?
You got to
there?
get these cookies, Sweet Martha's cookies,
Okay.
deep fried Snickers bar, deep fried corn on the cob. There's like there's like this cone of like hot chicken that's good. There's so much good shit. Oh,
I'll tell you,
so good.
If I don't already have diabetes, I'm definitely getting it on this trip.
Oh no, it'll take a year off your life. It's worth it though.
I'm super excited. Yeah, it's so you grew up there. What was your what was your childhood like? Did you have a good childhood?
I did. You know what? I realize it now.
nice.
I hated it then, but you're like, oh, we had it pretty. It was in like we lived in like the Stepford Wives suburb. It was very like all the houses look the same. You go to Applebee's for dinner. There's no culture. There's no culture anywhere.
I do love a good Applebee's.
I don't hate it.
Very similar to Long Island. And like a true comedian.
Are you from Long
did
Island?
have a good childhood. Yeah, I am.
Are you from Long Island too?
No,
He's
I'm from
Boston.
Boston.
Oh, you're from Boston. Okay.
I went to school in Boston. That's why I started
That's
comedy.
right.
That's
But
why.
I think Long Island's probably like where I'm from. Suburb, all the roads, the cul-de-sac, all the houses look the same. Everyone's got a playground in the backyard. We
true.
had like a wooden play area that then fell on me because my dad made it wrong or something like that. I was like crushed under our playground.
Really?
Yeah, like trapped underneath it for like an hour or so. They had to like
That's so
dig
long.
me out. Yeah, I was just having fun under there. I was in like the sandbox.
It's like, I live
trapped.
here now,
Yeah,
I guess.
whatever. It was great.
Do you have siblings?
I do have a sister a year younger than me.
Younger. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
That was it's always a problem when they're close because then all your friends want to fuck them.
Was that a thing that
Yeah.
I was always the opposite. I was the oldest boy. I always wished that I had an older sister so I could,
Fuck her.
her friends. I could always she'd bring hot friends over. That was like I watched a lot of Seventh Heaven growing up.
Yeah, you always
and
imagine they'll come over and be like, "Oh, Dylan, you're so cute. Let me show
Exactly.
you the ropes." Yeah, I've actually heard that shit does happen though. So
I'm sure it
you
does.
could have you missed out.
I mean, in the TikTok world now, I see all these people of sisters, best friend, and like younger brother fall in love. And it's
Is
like,
that a big TikTok thing?
Is that TikTok or Pornhub?
Yeah.
I mean,
know
I
what?
think you're mixing them up.
I
here.
confuse the two all the time.
I mean, they can't. I mean, TikTok's softcore porn. It is.
No,
yeah.
you're absolutely right,
You get taken out if you say the word dick, but if you're a 15-year-old in a thong, you can do whatever you want on TikTok. They don't care. It's just a child porn predator, like fishing. It's finding the child predators on there, I feel like.
I totally agree.
It's
I
all
mean,
just hot 15-year-olds. Not hot. Some might think they were hot.
that's
wouldn't.
a
Not me.
slip. We'll clip that.
That's not a slip. We all think it. We're all thinking it. 3 more years. 3 more years.
Yeah,
Till Trump.
Can't wait till he's back in office.
He'll be back.
yeah.
He'll be back. Long Island will rejoice. They're big. Is that
true.
Long Island big Trump country?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
It's very
I've never
funny.
been there, but I've heard.
When you see a map of like the Electoral College when they go by county,
Oh, yeah.
it'll be like New York City is just like deep blue, just
Yeah.
like purple almost, and then they'll go and they'll show Long Island. It's like blood red. You're like, whoa!
I love
it's
that.
so close but so far away.
yeah.
And Staten Island too.
And Staten
Oh,
Island.
Staten
yeah.
Island. Right.
Listen, a lot of reasonable, hardworking people come from both those places. So
Interesting.
What
Hardworking
does that
people
say?
like Donald Trump. Isn't that interesting?
you know what? A lot of self-made people. A lot
Yeah.
of people who pick themselves up by their bootstraps.
sold
in
you-
Long Island?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. everyone's
On
got
Long
a tail.
Island.
I love the Long Island like bravado and confidence. You know,
I don't know much about Long Island, honestly.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
what's
yeah.
what's their bravado about?
They're just super proud of everything about them. You
Oh,
they
yeah.
think they have super high confidence. Confidence is way over.
For nothing really though.
Yeah.
Like, what's your big claim to fame? Like, they claim that egg and cheese is there. I'm like, dude, that's
Oh,
not,
bacon, egg, and cheese. We
that's
do a
not
good
all
bacon,
you.
egg,
They
and
claim
cheese.
they made the bacon, egg, and cheese.
There is like like
I don't
bagels
think they claim
are,
they made it. But
bagels are the best on Long Island. Like a New York City bagel is not great. Long Island bagels are way better.
Is it really better?
Yeah, they are. They
really?
are. I would say we used to think that the pizza was better, but it's truly not.
Well, what happened, dude, is all the people in New York that would have been considered what I would consider as an outsider, real New Yorkers, they're not living in here anymore. They're all over there or or they've left.
Right, they left.
So you do get
White
that flavor.
flight, yeah.
Like you get a lot of Italians over there. Like you go to an Italian pizza shop in the city, everyone's, Guatemalan. There's no Italians left.
Yeah.
But in
Thank
Long
God. Thank God. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, some could say.
Get the guineas out. Get them out of here. There we go. I'm bringing them back.
That's perfect. We got a lot of Italian listeners, and I think they're gonna love that.
Good. Oh God, I'll be getting some hate mail. I'm not worried. They're some of the weakest people in the world.
Oh, here we go.
They got nothing. It'll be like World War II all over again. They fold quickly.
You get a lot of hate comments on.
I get a lot of hate
online,
comments.
right?
I don't know why. Something about me people really dislike.
It's so
they either love it or they're like, I get like death threats. They're like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you type all the time. Do you get it? Do you get it a lot on stage or no? Do you get it a lot? Twice someone's tried to rush the stage,
and they were real mad, right?
Yeah.
I can see that. I've watched your act. I like it, and I can see it.
Yeah, they get
just
mad.
The way that you're. Like
they don't get that it's all kind of tongue in cheek, and they're like, "What did you say about Trump?" It's always right wing people. It's always
really.
I said something about Trump in Nashville, and this fucking big guy, and then this big guy got up, turned his hat around to reveal a MAGA hat, and then I said he looked like a walking chicken nugget or something, and then he like started like towards the stage, and then someone had to like push him away or whatever.
Oh, dude, that's so funny.
It's crazy. It's always big, jacked up guys. Same in Chicago.
You know what I always say about them? Alphas, very reasonable.
Alphas.
High self-esteem, and I'm sure no insecurities.
People without a neck, that's who I look out for. I don't like people without a neck. You don't.
It's dangerous.
Their brain's too close to their heart, and it just doesn't work out.
Dude, the neck is the weakest point on a person's body, and they've learned how to protect that area.
Yeah, they
so
evolved.
well.
They're like turtles. You can't get their fucking.
Yeah, some
neck.
would say, the most evolved of the species is people without necks. They're winning.
Well, you see those guys at the gym who have like the neck, the neck workout, when they have the barbells hanging from their neck. I love that.
That is over the line for me.
It's so
once you're
stupid.
Working your neck out, the next best thing, the funniest thing, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, is there's the Jazzercise.
What's that? I mean,
it's a ball you put in your mouth. And it's a commercial. It's like a.
Oh, I've seen it. It's
like
a necklace.
No. It's like the ShamWow guy, basically, for this thing. And he's like trying to build his jaw up, and it shows them doing the exercise. But then, like, you go on YouTube, you look it up. There's like a medical expert. He's like, he shows like people's jaws like all deformed. Like,
oh, really?
They're trying to it's like a pit bull. They're trying to make their jowls bigger. So they show these fake pictures online. They're like, this was me. It'll be a picture of like some guy who has no chin, and then this guy is like, cheekbones out to here, and they're like, this is all from the Jazzercise.
Just eat some pussy. You fucking losers. That's for virgins. I get enough practice once a month. Me and my girlfriend.
I feel like once you're on the neck or jaw, it's like you can stop working out for a while. You've made it.
You've
done it.
Yeah. No one's like, oh, he's a hot but weak jaw.
Yeah.
No jaw.
Guy's got an 8-pack, but it goes inward. I don't know. In his face, it's like a sunken jowl.
Are you guys working out? Are you workout people?
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, Dylan, I can tell.
I got a little guns, baby.
You do. Not bad.
I'm working out hard.
So I'll start working out, but then I got COVID, so.
Recently?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Mike's been riding this COVID.
I don't really think I don't even know if it was COVID.
The fatigue is real with COVID.
Yeah,
I'll
2
agree
weeks
with
after.
that.
That's why I didn't think it was COVID. I thought I might have had a flu. It was like 3 days. I was knocked out. But then when it was over, it wasn't over. I would go to work. I'm like, do half hours work. I'm like ready to nap for 10 hours.
It's the people don't talk about it. It lasts a long time. I'm all about that.
Yeah, mine worn off by now. Some people say it hasn't worn off. Like I know people
mine lasted a month probably.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, I couldn't walk up a flight of stairs.
I was pretty good. I was tired a little bit, but I'm a really in shape person and very healthy. So I think I just my alpha genetics really just were able to fight COVID off so
I'm setting up
well.
this will be a fun segment for everyone who watches the show. hidden camera of what Dylan actually does at the gym.
You're just taking pictures the whole time. Never does anything.
Our buddy just happened to be on the pod, and he moved into this neighborhood, and he's talking about like gym schedule. And it's like, turns out they go to the same gym at the same time.
He
he's like,
sees
yeah,
him
he
there.
goes, dude, I never seen you there. When are you there? 1 to 2? He's like, I'm there every day. And Dylan's like, oh, well, this week, that week. You're there once a week.
There. He does not go to that gym. I've been going to that gym for a year, and I'm there all the time. I'm there 5 days a week.
I don't buy that.
You're just in the bathroom checking out asses.
This kid just throws a little
that.
water on his face, makes it look like he worked out, and he talks to girls. That's his whole plan.
No, I would never talk. I don't want to get on one of those Instagram pages of
Is
creeps
that one?
at the gym.
Oh, you
Something
can't
like
talk to someone at the gym. I mean,
Gym
that's
creeps? Is that the name of it?
I'm sure.
Do guys go up to women and do that?
I've never seen it.
I've never seen that.
But
That would be brutal.
I've seen the videos online of a girl just literally like squatting or something, and then like a guy is like 20 yards behind her, and like literally it's like an alien video where you can barely see the blurred face, and they like just turn their head slightly, and then it'll just like zoom in and be like, fucking creep. And I'm like,
well, that's too far.
What's going on?
We've all copped a look. Come on.
Listen, if someone's wearing like literally a bathing suit and doing like full depth squats, like I'm like, well,
you don't want to say they're asking for it, but in this case, I think they are.
Listen, I don't want to be objectified at the gym, and that's why I wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt every time.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't wear tight clothes because everyone would be staring at me.
Do I want to wear a sweatshirt when it's 99 degrees? No, but I'm so afraid of just being objectified. By women.
You know how many pairs of boxes I have to wear to hide my massive penis, my rock hard penis at the gym? I'm trying to harass you gals, but it's too small for them to see. Just looks like a big clit.
How do you like being back in New York?
I love New York. I didn't like it the first time I lived here, but I've grown up a little bit and I love it now.
Yeah. How are you? Have you had any classic New York run-ins with what we call street people?
Well,
Subway people,
me and some
people?
friends kind of saved a guy on the tracks the other day.
Really?
I would say we saved his life. This guy, I can't remember what stop, Delancey baby in the East Village.
Oh, yeah.
And then we were at the end of the platform. I just saw some guy just like fall into the tracks. Like, look, he kind of jumped almost. And then he like fell into the little crevice between the tracks. So you couldn't really see him. So no one really noticed. But I was like, I think a guy just fell into the tracks. And then like everyone's like, what? No, there's no guy. And then his head starts popping. And we're like, holy fuck. And the train's 1 minute away.
Oh my God.
And we were like, guy on the tracks. And then everyone starts screaming, waving in front of the incoming train. And our friend goes and yells at him, and the guy gets really mad. He's like, fuck you, I'm going. Whatever. He's like mad. He just like slowly walks away while the train's like coming towards him.
So he got up on his own?
He did get up on his own, and I guess there's like a stairwell at the end of the platform. He seemed like he'd done this before.
Yeah.
He knew exactly.
That's like every day.
Yeah, he was like bleeding all over his head and everything, and he didn't thank anyone. He just like, I think he passed out, honestly.
I mean, let's be fair. You saved his life, but really, what life did you save?
I know. You mean we could have saved money for Social Security for the government. He's just a leech on society. I shouldn't have done it. I didn't want to hear the noise. That's why. I just didn't want to hear the squelch.
That's what it is. Colin Chamberlain, our good buddy, former podcast guest, have talked about that. He goes, people don't care about people's lives getting run over by the train in New York City. They care about the train being late.
Yeah,
they don't want that
sure.
hour and a half delay where they're like, the trains are now no longer running because someone fell on the tracks.
We have to scrape some liver off this tracks. And then the poor guys who have to clean it up, I feel bad for them. Someone's got to pick up that body.
There's got to be a specialized team. I mean, can you imagine how much you would have to get paid to just be like the body removal
picking up a shredded
specialist?
body? Oh, God. It happens
you can
a lot.
Do you think if you know the crevice, I know the crevice you're talking about, do you think if he laid flat that the train goes over that?
I think maybe, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think he could have, yeah. I think maybe. I don't know what's dangling under the train exactly, but possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's always my fear.
You're like, there's just a knife in the middle just to make sure people don't do that. No, get out the tracks. We're going to kill you.
They do a lot of surfing in my neighborhood because I'm on the 7
is that
above ground.
Oh, my God. That's so scary. I saw that.
And I know I'm older because like all my things in my head are like grandma. I'm like, they really shouldn't be up there. You know what I mean?
Didn't the guy get decapitated? I think a kid got decapitated.
Yeah, I seen a video of a kid This guy didn't get decapitated, but he was, I don't know if he lived or not. You know what I mean? He hit his head. He went into like one of the Manhattan areas or wherever. He like must have been surfing from the outside. He got hit. But
is that what they're up there doing? They're just like faking like they're surfing?
Yeah. And dude, it's like you're 60 feet in the air also there. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
so scary.
The 7's all the way
Yeah,
up. If you
it's up.
fall or trip, it's over.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever do that.
No.
It's crazy. It's like,
you don't think, Michael? you don't think that you would ever
those
do
are the
that?
things that cross my mind. I'm like, would I have the guts to do? I wouldn't want to do it, but I'm like,
I don't even have the courage to open the door
To walk
between
through?
the cars.
I don't like
could
doing that
never
either.
do that. Have you done it? I've
I've
never done it.
I've done it a few times, but I don't enjoy
I just
it.
know I'd fuck it up. I'd somehow fall through the 1-inch crack.
You saw
Somehow.
someone die that way, didn't you?
No. There's a story. I think it was someone used to do. Might have even been a comedian. That there was like a homeless guy, and he was asking for money, real aggressive, and no one gave him any money. So before he opened the door, he was going to the next one. He he cursed everybody out, and when he went in, they hit a bump, and boom, over the edge.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
So you can, if you happen to be, you could get thrown off that.
Yeah, because there's not much of a railing.
if you're hitting a curve or any of the.
Yeah.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
When I first seen that,
You
in
hear
New
a
York,
story like that, and then
gotta
how
be
could
true.
you say, is there any question God isn't real? Because, I mean...
Hey, I didn't make that story
Yeah,
up.
God
That's
is
divine
real.
intervention
God
right
is
there.
real, you liberal scum.
Hey, I believe these
God
two
is
guys.
real.
I don't know. These two are hurting.
We're hurting for God?
Yeah.
We love God.
We
You're
actually-
Long Island God. I'm sure they got God
Kerrigan
there.
and I do church right after the pod, every single pod.
To absolve yourself for what you do here.
Yeah, we pray. and
You go to
it's
the
great.
local Hispanic church
Yeah, I would love
here.
to see you in one of the local churches here.
Yeah. I don't think there's any white churches around here.
No.
You got to go to Long Island.
You got to go to Long Island.
Or Staten Island.
Or Staten Island.
I still remember the first time I seen someone open. You're not from here, right?
No.
I'm from Boston. I used to ride the train all
We
the
just
time.
spent the first 10 minutes of the pod talking about Minneapolis, and you literally just said, you're not from New
It's
York,
a
right?
suburb of Boston,
Yeah,
Minneapolis.
I know that.
Yeah.
But people are watching. You know what I mean?
They've also been listening to the pod. They've
Or
been
maybe
involved
not.
in the same conversation that
Well,
we've been having.
I didn't think it was that big a deal to bring up. but
No, I'm glad he
Sure.
brought it up. I'm glad he brought it
The
up.
first time I seen someone open the door, you ever ride the Green Line in Boston?
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no action on a Boston train. I mean, none. Like
No
one
one's moving,
No
yeah.
one talks. There's no announcements. People don't dance. When I seen the door open, I thought I was a terrorist. I go, we're all done. Like no one can open the doors on
yeah,
a train.
yeah. Who's
I was like, we're
doing
about to
this?
get sprayed down right now.
They don't have showtime in Boston?
Dude, absolutely not.
Oh,
absolutely
good.
not.
I hate that
It's
shit.
eerily polite.
There should be something. There should be something.
I agree.
I think New York's an anomaly. If you go overseas to any like China or Asian countries, you think there's people breakdancing or like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah.
on the
Chicago
train.
doesn't have that either.
I haven't
No.
ridden the trains there.
Chicago's a lot of people drinking and pissing, but nothing else besides that.
So where do they piss on the train?
In the corner or between
Oh.
the tracks. I saw a guy shit in a corner once.
Yeah, that's-
whatever.
yeah.
It's
I
his
see that, yeah.
bathroom. Whatever. If they're homeless, they got to go somewhere.
I mean, it's technically his home.
That's what you
is he
think of when
gonna
the
do?
guys jack off. It's like, he has to jack off, lady. I'd be jacking off too if you weren't so fat.
So you yell at her while this is
I'm
going
like,
on. You
leave
get
him
up.
alone.
This is your fault.
He's jacking off so he doesn't shoot people later. That's right.
I was just on the train, and I noticed now they started doing the rules of the ride or whatever.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
it'll be all the things. And I was reading them because I'm sitting there, and it's like everything that they say don't do, I had like seen on my way onto getting onto that train.
Right,
It's
right.
like don't sell things without a license. Guy selling water. Don't perform for money. It's like
Don't
2
listen
show
to music
times.
without headphones.
Yeah, don't harass people. There's a guy like screaming while I'm reading it.
Don't give your baby alcohol. Just don't inject people.
Don't share drugs. Don't sell drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see those rules. I seen a guy. Not only he came on with he had money. He was counting money. It was like something out of a TV show. And then he took the last seat down and he started breaking up bags of heroin. On the
Oh,
train.
my
But
God.
he kept looking at us, and anytime anyone was looking, he's getting so mad. Like, are you serious? I'm like, bro.
It's his office.
Yeah.
That's his office. Come on.
He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That was over the line, man.
That was over the line. Yeah. A lot of heroin in New York.
Yeah.
I see people injecting, what do you call it? Yeah, all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
in
God.
like the East Village, Lower East Side. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Lower
a
East
big-
Side's always been known for that. I think it's worse now. Penn Station is like you. Sometimes. If
Oh
you,
my God. I
if
just
you
rode a
clo- yeah.
Greyhound there. It was terrible.
You close
Greyhound,
your
what are you
eyes and
trying to
open them
die?
while you're walking.
It was bad.
You think you're in someone's living room. There'll be like a couch. You're like, did I just walk into an opium den? There's needles. You're like, You don't feel welcome. You're like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to intrude on your. They have the whole sidewalk taken.
The Greyhound from Philly. I've ridden the Greyhound hundreds of times. This is the worst one I've ever ridden by far.
I believe it.
It smelled like the guy next to me had to have pooped his pants. There's no other explanation. I had to cover my mouth and like with my shirt and stuff. And then the crazy lady was just talking the entire time about how she was going to run for president. What did she say? The government's she just kept saying the government introduced monkeypox to like keep us inside because they don't want us to see the world and stuff. And she ain't wrong.
I got to get this lady's YouTube page. Yeah. You already got me into this. Yeah. I'm like, I like where this is going.
That's a grassroots campaign if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, they invented it.
Start on the Greyhound, and if it's good enough for Abraham Lincoln, it's good enough for this lady.
Did he ride the Greyhound?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Greyhound.
The Greyhound's brutal.
Greyhound's the worst. I think it is the worst bus I've ever ridden. And
there are good buses, but the Greyhound is
good
not
Greyhounds.
No, like good other bus.
Oh
companies.
yeah, I ride.
They're
I
nice.
never do Greyhound.
Yeah.
Like I think I told you before, I might have said it on the podcast, the guy who wore a trash bag.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy was wearing a trash bag at South Station. He was going to get on my Lucky Star. And his other buddy from jail came, and you just knew he was like right out of jail. Like, and they were coming to New York mid-pandemic because they heard like there was action. Like you could just get wasted, maybe get a hotel room. And they kicked him off my bus. The cops came, they're like, dude, there's no way you're getting on. You're wearing a trash can. You're currently drinking right in front of us. And the cops escorted him to the Greyhound. And that's where I'm like, never.
This is where you belong.
Get on. They don't turn you down.
No. They do not.
Let's bring you over here.
I've had the driver ask for directions before.
Dude, that's scary. I haven't done Peter Pan, so I don't know. I assume
Peter Pan's okay.
It's been a little better.
Everything's better than Greyhound.
Megabus isn't bad. I've done that.
Megabus just flipped, though, so that's not good.
Really?
Yeah, like last week.
Like the bus flipped?
Yeah, the bus flipped.
How do you flip a bus?
It's a double decker, so probably they just took the turn.
Wow. Oh, that's so scary.
Yeah, I don't like. Now that I heard it, I'm like, I'm not going.
I'm never getting on a double decker. No.
It is wild that I put so much faith in the guys who drive like the Megabus. I'm sure this guy is an expert driver.
It's a guy. It's just a guy who's been driving for 48 hours from Knoxville. He's on uppers. They don't let him sleep till they pass out.
Yeah, a guy from Megabus is just a guy who couldn't get his pilot's license.
Yeah.
He's like,
he couldn't even get his boat license. There couldn't even be a ferry operator.
Turned down from train conductor. He's like, I might as well just drive a bus.
Yeah. Not even a school bus. No.
Oh my God. So yeah, do you have any good Chicago stories?
Chicago. I was thinking. I think the one is that I got mugged over the pandemic.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. By in the beginning of the pandemic when
oh my God.
Well, we weren't supposed to be out and doing stuff, but we were. We can admit now we were.
Were they wearing MAGA hats on your way back from Subway?
No, we're proud. Biden people can be anti-COVID too. I think it's a hoax, but Biden's for real.
This is gonna get us demonetized on YouTube.
Yeah. Dude, even YouTube's
COVID's a hoax, but leftism's the truth. But we like played poker like 3 or 4 months into the pandemic. And Chicago was probably the same here. No one on the streets, nothing. Yeah. So I was like, I'll walk home. And it's a pretty safe neighborhood too. Like it was like a 20-minute walk home at like 4 a.m. I'm like blacked out though, really drunk, wearing like my fake Beats, listening to music. And this guy starts walking up next to me, some like lanky white dude. He looked just like Jay and Silent Bob, whichever one the tall one was. Looked just like him. And I'm like, I'm so naive. I'm just like, it's just a guy out for a walk, whatever, no big deal. I just keep whatever. And then he like fucking jumps in front of me, like, give me your wallet. And even before he touches me, I fall down. I fall down and me like, and like I think later I broke my wrist. I found out, and then I'm bleeding everywhere. He never touches me the whole time. I'm just like, what do you want? I'm just like such a little baby immediately. Like I probably could have at least put up a fight. He was pretty like skinny and shit. And then he's like asking, give him my phone. He's like, where's your wallet? Where's your fucking wallet? I'm like, I don't have a wallet. I just carry around like loose. I just carry around my credit card in my pocket back then. I don't know why, but
that's lucky, dude.
No, it was lucky. And he's just like kept being like, where's your wallet? I'm like, I don't have a wallet. And where's your wallet? I don't have a wallet. He's like, everyone has a fucking wallet, dude. And then he like says like he has a gun. I don't know if he did or not. I didn't want to take the chase.
You should have asked to see it.
I should. Yeah, can I check
Can
it
I
out?
see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen a gun. Yeah.
I'd love to see your gun. What kind?
Yeah. And he's like saying he's gonna shoot me if I don't give him my wallet. And then I eventually have to fucking turn my pockets out like
God.
a middle school bully. Like, no, I gave him like a couple dimes or whatever. And it was, and then I thought it was over. I'm like bleeding. I like think my wrist is broken, and then I walk away, and then I'm like 50, 70 feet away, and he calls out like, "Yo, dude, come back here. I need your help for something." And then I'm such a little fucking bitch that
Are you kidding me, dude?
I turned her back around. I was like, oh, I gotta help my good friend. Gotta help him out. I didn't want him to gun me down, or well, he probably could have hit me. There's no way. So I turn around and go back, and we were sitting on this stoop in front of this residential house, and he's like, I need help factory resetting your phone. Because like he didn't know
Geoffrey.
how to do it. And I helped the guy do it. He just broke my wrist, and I'm like, oh, that's good pal.
This makes me so angry.
I know.
This makes me so upset, dude.
It's really, when it took like 20 minutes, because like it takes a while to factory reset your phone, and we just like fucking talked. We just like did like small talk for like 15 minutes.
This is going to be in a Trump commercial running for president. He's like, I got to get in to help guys like this.
Yeah. We need to help these cucks.
Can you not help yourself? Vote for Trump.
Yeah. Will you help your mugger? Classic Democrat.
He didn't. How long ago? This was during the pandemic?
This was during the pandemic, like the summer 2020.
Can he get into your Venmo and everything?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Well, but he couldn't because I factory reset my phone.
Dude. Oh. Okay.
So it actually ended up being good, but that was not the reason I did it. I was just a little bitch. Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
And then he's like telling me like, oh, sorry, I mugged you. My like wife has cancer or something. And I'm like, yeah, dude, totally.
You know
I'm,
what
like,
he should have been
nuts.
like? Well, like, what's your name, dude? And gotten to know him and then go to the police.
Right. Oh, God, that's such a good idea. I never even thought
you know,
dude,
the heroes of the city.
Well, it was funny because it was like 2 weeks after all the protests that I'd been to, like, hey, cab, die, pig, die. And then I'm like, I can't call the cops now. I mean, I don't have a phone if I wanted to, but I'm like, they'd be like, weren't you the guy saying we all deserve to get raped? I'm like, no, that wasn't me. Come on.
That was the guy who looked exactly like me.
Yeah, a different white guy. Come on.
That makes me so upset.
Yeah, it was really. And then as I was walking away, he yelled out, if you ever want Coke, hit me up. He was like,
that is horrible, dude.
It was really pathetic. Yeah.
Dude, I have a thing about. I told a story on the pod. When I was in Italy, we got robbed.
Oh shit!
I won't go through the whole thing again because I've already told it. But it was essentially this guy we were staying in a villa, and this guy. I woke up 4 a.m, and this guy was just standing in my bedroom.
Holy shit!
And it was like we were in the middle of nowhere. It was terrifying. So I think I have like some PTSD.
Did he have a gun?
No. He just took my backpack and ran.
Wow.
And then I started like screaming. I like lunged at him and like half asleep. And then all the doors were open and there was 2 guys at least. They're gypsies. It was fucking.
Was it? You think so?
They live in the woods.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool as hell, honestly.
Well,
as long as if they hadn't gotten your backpack, it's cool as hell.
They left it. They just took the cash, left everything like on the edge of the property.
Really?
Yeah,
was it a lot of
found
cash?
It was like $1,200 between me and my brother.
Oh yeah.
But the guy who owned the property, he like Venmo'd us. My mom like hit him up like, hey, you just had a robbery. Like we were here, and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. How much money did they take?" And my mom told him, and he was like, "Here," and he just sent it.
With no questions asked.
Oh, he probably knows too.
I don't think it was like through a hotel, so it was like through Marriott. It was like Airbnb through Marriott.
Oh yeah.
So I think he probably doesn't want to lose his status,
right?
With them.
Oh, because you didn't write the review that you got mugged. That's so funny.
Not even mugged. That's a home invasion.
Yeah, that's a home invasion.
But I know I definitely have like PTSD from it because the other night. This is 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I was sleeping in my room. And my room, you guys can see, but for the listeners, it has like French doors that are fogged, like glass fog.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You can't see through it, but light can come through. So I'm laying in my bed, and it's like 5:30 in the morning, and I like jolt awake because I hear someone outside, like light footsteps.
Outside in the room or outside?
In the living room.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like my roommate, because he would just walk, flick the lights on, and like then go to bed. That wouldn't wake me up. But I hear like someone trying to be quiet, and then I see light from a flashlight. like a flashlight coming through the windows. Dude, I jolted out of bed. My heart started racing, and like I was looking, and I have like a knife in my room that I didn't even think about. So I grabbed like a lotion bottle and like pressed myself up against the wall. I had my phone.
What would the lotion bottle do?
I don't know. It's like,
hey, you want to jack off?
He's like, get out of here, or I'll jerk you off. That's threatening, dude.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I was so panicked, and I was just like, I was ready to call 911, and I swear to God, I was about to kick the door open and be like, let's go, you fucking animals. Like, just be crazy. I'm like in my underwear, naked. And then I hear like, it literally was just a girl that was staying with my roommate. Like my roommate had a girl
didn't know
over,
where to go,
and she's being just super polite by like not turning the lights on. She's just like using her phone to like try to gather her stuff.
You were about to burst out like, "Don't you ever fuck my roommate again!"
I'm gonna kick the door open and be like, "Are you ready to die?"
Oh my! Did you go out?
No, like as I was getting ready, as I was like literally ready to do it, I heard like I kind of started to like wake up and understand like this person was just like gathering stuff. And then I remembered when I went to bed, there was a bunch of stuff on the table. And then I also realized it was like, who's going to home invade this place? What are they going to steal?
You're going to the second floor of a Brooklyn apartment. What do you want?
What are they going to
take the podcasting equipment.
That is true.
A rival podcast trying to sabotage you.
Steal my roommate's broken PlayStation controller. I mean, there's not much here. Our spice rack of, 10-year-old spices. I don't know.
Don't sell it short. It's a nice place.
Oh, thank you,
No,
Geoffrey.
I mean, no decoration to speak of. I love that. Not even an attempt at one artwork.
I mean, the pod, we focused on the pod decorations.
True. Not even a Mets thing or a MAGA thing for Staten Island or whatever. MAGA Island. Who knows? Or
well,
Long
we're taking
Island.
all these suggestions. Next week, there will be a
Yeah.
MAGA. All that will be
Come
there.
on.
We like
brand.
to do the brightest white possible as a backdrop for the
Yeah,
podcast.
so you guys you can't even see yourselves
so
in front of it.
Yeah, exactly. We like to blend into the wall, just really disappear.
Did either of you guys ever know someone growing up or someone in your town that wanted to be a cop, but for some reason they had something wrong with them? Like it was just never going to happen?
Nah,
like a
I was
handicapped guy?
from a real bitch town. We're not becoming cops.
You a bitch?
Yeah,
After
I know.
that story
Yeah,
you just
imagine
told?
me. Imagine that. And I was an athlete too, compared to some other kids.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was athletic.
What did you play?
Basketball, soccer, track, cross country.
Okay,
Yeah.
But
you
you
know
know
the
what?
weakest of the
The
sports.
weakest of all sports. Yeah.
The way you respond to that robbery in nature, actually, that's a natural response, could save you in a bear attack.
Oh, to go
when
back
you
to the
go
bear?
down, I think you can't be like whining, but if you're just if you fall like before, they're like, there's something wrong with
Oh,
this.
they're like, he's just
they
like
smell him, they're like, I don't trust eating
he's just
this
a little
person.
spastic kid, whatever. We're not going to eat him.
Turns out all those dudes with no necks, they're getting killed by bears.
They're getting killed. They're trying to fight the bear. Fuck you. I'm being friends with the bear. I'm fingering the bear. Come on. Give me a little. Come on, mama. Come on, mama.
Just scare the bear away.
Yeah, make them come and make them go. That's how you do it.
Oh my God! Did you know anybody who wanted to?
Yeah,
be
I knew guys like, in your local town that for various physical, there used to be like you had to meet the
Yeah,
standard.
don't you have to be in shape at the beginning, but then you kind of let yourself
You had to
go?
be 6 feet until like, I think after the 70s.
You had to be 6 feet
You had to be,
tall?
guaranteed. Because that was like when
lot.
they had beat cops. Like you had to be bigger than, you had to be a big,
'Cause you had to-
intimidating guy.
yeah.
But now, I noticed this the other day. Pay attention when you're down the subway.
Oh, I've noticed.
There is platoons of cops shorter than me, like running around.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
almost-
there's little cops. Yeah,
and that's because of all the cops quit. So there's all the guys that they're like, dude, you didn't make it. You're never gonna make it. They're the new
Oh,
cops
are
of
they?
the city.
Oh, because they quit because of the protests and
Yeah,
stuff.
they quit because I work for a guy who's a
lot of
cop,
guys
and
retired.
He
Yeah,
comes in
yeah.
every day so mad. He's just always mad. He's screaming. He's like, all the white guys. That's the last white guy. All the white guys were quitting first. Obviously, you know what I mean?
We can't hit him anymore. Come on. That's so funny.
So there's never been a better time to be a short cop.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of short guys with real heavy trigger fingers.
Yeah. Those are the guys that are going to shoot more.
They
though.
have to.
They
That would be
have
their
to.
argument.
That's not. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
some like 6'5" behemoth is going to be like, oh, all right, listen, and then just beat the shit out
Yeah,
of
these
someone.
little guys are just gonna gun. That's me if I have a gun. I'm spraying and praying. I'm shooting guys jumping the turnstile. Yeah, whatever. Gunning them every time.
He jumped. I saw him jump every day, and I said, "You jump tomorrow, I'm putting one in your back."
Yeah,
and he did it.
He did it again.
Sure, yeah, it was a white guy going to his Wall Street job, but I said, "You can afford it."
I don't care. Kill the rich. Kill the
exactly.
rich. I do that. Oh man, there's a lot of hot cops now. There's
Yeah,
some hot
it is
women
weird when you see a
cops.
hot
Ladies,
cop.
yeah.
There's some hot. I see some hot like Muslim cops wearing the burqa. It's awesome.
Really?
Or the hijab. I was like,
I've
oh
never seen.
God,
I've
yeah.
never seen that. Wow.
Brooklyn is not many white cops. Mostly non-white. I feel.
There are attractive cops.
There are,
I've seen
yeah,
a bunch.
I wonder if you can
Absolutely.
get arrested just for going up to her strictly and trying to get her number, and she's like, "That's it, hands
Yeah,
behind her back."
yeah. That's not allowed in my district.
I
yeah.
think
Might
you
be
probably.
illegal. I think it is.
No.
if she's on the train doing a patrol, you're almost like distracting her.
Oh, I think it's harassing cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
You
harassing.
can't just be like, trying to shoot.
Okay,
She's on
you
duty.
can't say like, "Hi, officer. I want to thank you for doing such a good job."
Well, you can do that.
No,
You
I'm talking about asking for a number.
Yeah, and then you could say like,
Love to get a drink sometime.
I'd
I know
love to
you
get
don't
a drink sometime.
but,
Yeah.
you know.
See, in Dylan's
I'm
world,
sure you're an alcoholic.
I love to
but,
get some
you know,
bacon at a bar sometime with you. That'd be great.
I think you could ask a cop for a number. I'll do it, Mike. I'll do it.
all right, we'll get it. We're doing it on
that'll
There
be
we
our
camera.
go.
first
We're doing it on
Patreon.
camera.
Oh, there
Yeah.
we go.
That'll be our first Patreon stunt.
Nice. Ask it of like some tough Dominican woman. Yeah, I want to see that.
It will be
There we
great
go.
internet footage if Dylan gets tased. That would be the best.
That would help you guys so much.
So
It would
much.
be
Dude, that's
Dude,
viral.
get tased for the pod.
That's
Come
fi-
on.
Just keep talking. Taste me, bitch.
I'm telling you,
Taste me.
dude, you're crazy, man. I'm telling you, it would work. I mean, you think it's gonna be bad? I have total confidence that it would be totally fine.
In Dylan's crazy world, like she just like drops her shift and they go off to dinner right there. She's like,
She's
okay.
like, you're that stand-up.
Yeah.
I saw you at the Hideout in Boston. Holy shit. Oh, fuck.
Carlos, I gotta go. Cover my shit.
Yeah, right. You're all alone at this home invasion. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I could definitely do that.
Yeah.
I think.
I think as long as you don't pester her,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think you
if
can
you
say
don't,
one
yeah, I
thing.
think if you get one, if you're not like, please pay attention to me or like keep bothering her, then yeah.
Yeah, no.
So you don't-
Yeah, obviously.
Don't start nagging her and shit. Like bring a wingman.
Hey, listen. I noticed you look like a piece of shit in that uniform, but I
Yeah.
bet you're real hot in a
yeah,
dress.
yeah. I
You want to go out sometime?
bet you look better with that gun in my hand.
Oh man.
Don't tase me, but I see some sparks flying
yeah,
here.
there we go. Have you guys been
Boom,
tased?
boom.
I have not been tased. Have
No.
you?
No, I think I would. My heart would explode. I bet. I
think
bet I'd be
mine
the
probably-
one guy who I dies from it.
There was
Yeah.
kids in elementary school. This wasn't the cop one, but they had a taser and they were tasing.
How did they get a taser?
Some dude's dad gave it to him. Like, you ever had a friend who has a dad who's like a criminal?
Yeah,
He's not
yeah,
in the
yeah.
picture. He like comes back and like that's his thing. He like meets
He's
his
like,
son.
"Hey-
He's like gives him a
Hey,
taser.
Jimmy, here's a taser.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't
It
there
was like
for
a
you.
thing to like, dude, they were tasing each other in the bathroom.
He brought it to school?
Oh, yeah, of
How old
course.
were you?
Like 7th, 8th grade.
Wow.
So I wasn't one of those guys who ever wanted to try those like abusive things. Like there was also like a choke thing. They're like, dude, it's so cool.
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
it's not cool.
Oh, it's like a taser choke thing?
No, this is separate. They just go like this. And
Oh.
if you do it right, it knocks people out.
Oh, wow.
And some people, obviously, they wouldn't catch. Like, people were getting all banged up, broken
Really?
noses. Yeah, because you hit the,
This is an epidemic of kids in
idiots.
Boston.
It was like before,
Yeah, of idiots.
before Tide Pods.
It was scary as fuck. I remember kids did that in the locker room, like when I was in high school.
Oh.
They would choke you out. You had to like do like an inhale. It would be like almost hyperventilate.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Then they would like choke you
And it
you would
works?
black out. And
Really?
and you would faint. And then I watched it happen. This kid like woke up and they wake up all confused and like they don't know where they are.
I don't like that.
Nah.
No.
Yeah, so it's like I remember this kid like woke up and it's just like 30 other guys just standing around like laughing, being
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"That was crazy,"
Yeah,
and
he's-
this guy's like horrified.
Oh, locker room shit is so gross what we did. Oh my God.
yeah.
The football team at our high school, they'd like check each other's oil, which meant they stuck their fingers up their ass.
There's no, that is
Everyone was
straight
doing
gay.
It's
dude.
rape.
There's no,
It's
yeah,
a rape.
That is beyond, that is the worst I've
No,
ever
it's
heard, to be
terrible.
honest with
They
you.
were all like, "Oh, you checked his oil," or everyone did.
Yeah,
everyone.
that's-
That is so gross.
That Long Island was when I was going into high school. There was a huge right before I went. There was a huge like controversy at one of the high schools. I forget the high school name, but they like all these guys like got arrested. It was like a really
for hazing,
disgraceful thing. It like put hazing on the map.
Really?
Yeah, because this football team, like they were like hazing, but they were essentially like raping the freshman football players with like broomsticks and pine cones.
Oh my god!
And that was like
pine cone.
They all like got arrested. And it was like really obviously.
Yeah, you should go to jail. Yeah.
But I remember
do it with a dildo. Get a nice
Maybe a
dildo
little
with
bit
a
of
vibrator.
lube.
Yeah, put some lube on it. They might even like it.
Make it nice, Dad.
Yeah. Oh God, that's brutal.
I love the just one guy on the team who's like, I thought that was actually nice.
Can we do that again? Yeah,
that was actually pretty good.
When's hazing this year? Well, statistically, one guy probably did love it.
Yeah. And he's just got to be like, oh, this is the worst.
Yeah, give him a felony. Give him that bad boy a felony. Give that sexy boy a felony. Come on.
Man.
You ever have a real job?
Ever have a real? And then,
Mike comes in with the hard-hitting questions.
What do you consider a real job?
I don't know. I've just been podcasting with you, and I'm like, I don't know if I could ever see you as like if you were my manager. I feel like
I worked at like food service things, and like I was like a temp at an office for like 9 months.
Do you have any crazy stories? Like, were you like a bad employee or good?
Oh, always. I did. I worked at like the college cafeteria at UW-Madison where I went, and one morning, God, I don't know why, I like threw a pancake. I just like pranking my boss. I threw a pancake at her, and I like screamed that. I said that, I put that down my pants or whatever. It's covered in my pubes. I hadn't actually done that, but I said that. And it was like right in front of all the customers, and some old lady like complained to the dean. And then I had to go meet with the leader of the UW-Madison school and be like, I didn't actually put it down my pants, but I did throw a pancake. And they're like, well, we have to fire you, obviously. We can't keep you on the job.
Are you serious?
Yeah, come on. I didn't put down my pants. Come on.
It's a joke.
It's a very reasonable joke. Throwing a pancake.
It was a good
Come
joke.
on.
I think it was fine, but whatever.
You went to Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wisconsin.
Oh, that must have
great.
been fun.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's amazing.
And you're a drinker still, right?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
still
yeah,
drink?
yeah.
Were you a big drinker in college?
Yeah, yeah.
I do. I thought you were sober.
Everyone thinks I'm sober, and it always pisses me off.
Yeah, okay.
It always pisses me off.
It would piss me off.
Yeah,
too.
I'm like, I'm probably gonna die a decade early from drinking, and you think I'm sober? Come on.
Because you do have like the vibe of someone who used to be a big drinker.
Yeah. Oh, really? But I'm like over
Mike.
it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, did you get sober?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have a vibe of I used to be a big, unless you knew me. Do I?
I hear Boston, and I think
you assume
but that's
alcoholic,
wrong.
which
that's
is
wrong
not,
of
which
me.
isn't wrong. Like we were drinking at 12, like in the park.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Like, in a park, like it was 12 all the way up to 18-year-olds. Do you know?
Wow! And you're all just hanging out together.
Yeah.
Are the 18-year-olds fucking the 12-year-olds?
So way too big of
No,
an
I
age
mean
gap.
most of the when you get older, there was like a couple people that were like in their 20s that were buying us beer, and when I got to that level, I was like, dude, I would never buy a 13-year-old beer.
That's weird.
You know?
Yeah, that's weird.
So you get older, and you're like, what was really going on?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Why
strange.
were they doing
But
this?
no, it was
12. I couldn't even. I had no conception of what alcohol
Really?
or drugs were till I was in college. Never.
Oh, yeah,
I was
that's
very sheltered.
I was
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I knew what it was, but we made fun of the kids who drank.
Oh, yeah.
in
We
your
were-
town.
Yeah, me and my friends were like the straight edge nerds kind of. We're like, oh, that's so lame. You're drinking alcohol. We're gonna play Halo. You fucking losers. You're getting pussy. We're playing Ghost in the Graveyard. Okay.
Oh,
That's so funny.
I like that I didn't drink till later.
I think it's better. I mean, by the time
Yeah, I wasn't a drinker in high school.
But you
either.
were done by 18.
by the time college came, I was like already should have quit. You know,
Oh,
I was
right.
like, you're like, you've been there. You've
It wasn't
done it.
fun anymore.
No, now it's problem state. You already
Yeah.
have a problem.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like college was fun because it was all new. I was
Yeah.
blacking out at 9 p.m. every night.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
so...
You're a big blackout guy? Or
Oh,
were?
yeah. I blacked out all the time.
Were you drinking recklessly? And by that, I mean like you weren't drinking this. You drink anything that came
Oh,
your
yeah.
way.
I'm the guy who goes into the party and is just picking up red Solo cups and drinking
Yeah,
them.
yeah. You drink the.
I would never buy a cup. I'd always be just drinking half-filled ones. Oh, it's so
dude.
disgusting to think about.
It's like
but-
Russian roulette with like roofied drinks. You're
Basically,
like,
they're-
eventually I'm gonna hit one.
Well, because you have all these, and there's
cigarettes.
All these, they all have like hair in them because
Yeah.
of like beer pong. When you play beer
Ugh.
pong, isn't that disgusting? Beer
yeah,
pong.
think about
now that you
that,
think,
dude.
now that you just said it, I just
so gross.
A time when we used to use actual beer
Actual
in the cup.
beer
instead of water.
Yeah, that's how I play.
And then you'd be like, oh, you put the ball in the water cup, and the water cup's filled with dust and pubes and stuff. Yeah, you're like, oh, that'll wash it off.
And everybody's filthy fingers.
Oh, and all the and you keep you keep filling it up over and over again for 20 different games. Oh, it's so
vile.
We stopped that because there was a big outbreak of this virus in Mass, and where everyone got like violent diarrhea for like a month. All the freshmen like were shitting for like a month because of beer pong. So we stopped doing that.
Adjusting to the
all
germs
the germs
of the college.
Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, I loved college.
Me too.
It was too fun.
Did you ever get in trouble in college?
I never really did. Madison's kind of like a lawless. You'd have to be really an idiot to get in trouble. You
could steal a cop car.
Yeah,
and
you'd have to do
it.
some shit like that.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna stop the partying. That's the whole thing there.
How were the games? Did you go to the football games?
I went to all the football games.
That's so fun.
I didn't really. I like the tailgating better. The actual game was always like, it's a little long, a little too long. You can't drink there. They were pretty good about taking away your alcohol when you came in. So I'm just slowly sobering up and getting hungover by the third quarter. Yeah. Even though we were really good, so that was fun.
Yeah, that is good. Our school,
where'd you go?
Sienna.
Oh.
So it's small school.
Oh, yeah. You guys were always like the 15, 16 seed in the tournament.
Good basketball team.
Yeah, yeah.
But where we would play in downtown Albany. So they served alcohol at the arena. Because it was actual, it's Times Union Center. So it's a real arena, not on campus. So they serve beer.
That's unusual.
So that was great.
That's not.
Because then you could when you were 21, so junior, senior year, you could buy alcohol and then people could get you alcohol.
Oh, yeah. And they're not that strict about it. They didn't really care. Oh shit, really. That's fun. I didn't know you went. I didn't know Sienna was in Albany.
It's right outside.
I've been to Albany. I did a weekend there at the Funny Bone. Bleak Town.
Oh, it's
a bleak town.
We're in Loudonville, which is right outside of Albany.
So it's like a little nicer, maybe.
Yeah, it's like per capita like the highest income in New York State, right next to Arbor Hill, which is like per capita like the lowest income in New York State.
Oh wow!
So it was always crazy, but it's like in that town. And it's just beautiful. These beautiful mansions that just border the school.
It's like a quaint college campus, old school. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
Nice.
Did you go to college?
Oh yeah, I went to a couple.
I like
years
how you phrased that.
See, well, he said, "Did you ever have a job?" So I'm good. Did you ever go to college, you idiot?
Yeah. No,
you look like someone who never went to college. You fucking idiot.
I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, no, college is stupid.
Had I gone to college, like I was already a partier, like heavy by then. So it was like there was no way. I got into like a couple of these like lower. These schools that like seem good because you pay the same amount, but they just basically let you in.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But it's like $100,000. I knew that. I'm like, dude, I'm already black. Like, what am I gonna pay $100,000 to black out at a college?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Every time I visited a college, every time I blacked out. Like every night I was there. I'd be in a frat. Kind of like you. I'd walk into a frat. I remember they were making this drink, like this. They called it jungle juice.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They warned me. These were the seniors.
Disgusting.
They liked me. They're like, dude. Never drink this. Like 20, in the minute they made it, I'm drinking everything. I'm drinking those.
It's the worst. Oh,
blackout immediately.
Everything's so sticky because of it. All the counters are sticky. The floor's sticky.
It's 151.
Yeah,
it's 151 and like the worst Kool-Aid you've ever had. Oh, it was disgusting. And they put fruit in it too.
Yeah.
They'd always like put old fruit in it. Oh,
but I did go to community college. Different vibe.
Oh, you did.
First day community college. At this time in my life, I'd never seen two guys that were like fully grown have that type of bare knuckle fist fight, where it's like
bare knuckle fight.
They were like pounding, like the guys like falls to his knees and they're just like,
for what reason?
Dude, because they were probably from a different town.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Don't come to our town.
Because people knew that they were like screw, and they just like yelling the town. I don't know. These other people knew that were like I was like, and I just remember looking from the top of the hill. This other kid I knew from summer school was obviously at community college. Weren't even from the same town. And he's like ODing on pale. I look over to like say, "Hey, this is crazy, right?" And his eyes are rolling. He's like ODing on OxyContin at community colleges. Like,
is it that wild? I never been to a community college.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even.
What I tell people, it's all the guys from summer school, like the college years.
Oh wow!
Like it's like a lot of problems.
There's still community college partying. There's still
no, they don't party. It's like anything. Nobody hangs except for maybe at school. And then there's like one 13-year-old Asian genius, and you just feel like you shouldn't talk to anything you're told here. Ignore it.
Are they a genius or are they just among retards?
They skip high school. They just take college courses and then they go to like a better school. But I mean, you can use it to parlay if you're a serious student. But most of us are just, you can't just get out of high school now and be like, what are you doing? Be like, nothing.
No, you got it. College is so stupid, though. I mean, unless you like have an actual path in life, like you really want to be something. Like you just don't know. I didn't pick a major till I was a junior. Like what?
Yeah,
I spent $80,000 to not do literally anything.
What did you think before you were like, I'm going to be a stand-up? What was like your thinking? Were you just aimless, or you like, I'm going to do this?
I was going to be like a teacher or something.
Yeah.
I worked with kids.
I thought about
like
that
summer
for a while.
camp. Yeah. And it's being a teacher isn't really that hard. You don't really need that much schooling. We really like look up to teachers, and there are great teachers, but a lot of them are idiots who couldn't do anything else.
That's what I think about. I bet it's a hard job because you got to deal with it. You get no respect. You get bad pay. But
getting the job is not hard.
No.
The schooling is very easy.
Everyone in college that I know who was going to become a teacher was literally like, well, I don't know what else I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I might as well go teach the next generation.
Yeah.
To do the same thing.
When I actually went to teaching school for like a year, and it's like basically they tell you everything to do. You just follow a curriculum. You're not really to be a good teacher would be hard, but just to get through the day would be so easy.
I'm sure.
They're just like in October you teach this, in November you teach this. It's like you just read it and then you're done. It's not that hard. They're all drunk too. All my teachers were drunk. And every teacher I know is blacked out on a Tuesday night. It's like they're teaching kids division the next morning.
That's what movie day came like.
Yeah, that's what movie day. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Hey kids, we're gonna do a movie.
We're watching
day.
El Dorado again. That's what we always watched. El Dorado. I don't know why.
What did we? I don't even.
Or
remember.
October Sky.
Oh,
we watched
yeah,
that
that's
one
a
a
classic.
lot.
Yeah.
We're learning about rockets, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
You didn't really learn that much in school. You learn as much as you wanted to, really.
Yeah, you learn like how to learn and how to socialize. That's it.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
yeah, which is important, but yeah. I don't remember.
It's not like today where they're, all the left-wing propaganda that they're teaching you.
All this critical race theory. Come on.
Right, Mike?
I don't know. I don't know what I know. Dude, I've heard from kids that like tests and stuff are like, doesn't even matter anymore. Everyone just uses their phone, like as far as that stuff.
Oh, does everyone cheat?
I think like there's no way to, how like we would get caught. Like I think they've given up. They're like, we're not even going to try.
Oh, they
anymore.
can't stop kids from using their phones.
Yeah.
No way.
I bet today would be tough to be a teacher.
Oh,
I would be just like, can you imagine? They're just like making fun of you, putting you on TikTok.
Yeah.
And shit.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Also, can you imagine being a teacher and then like having to teach someone who has like 1 million subscribers on YouTube, and they're like, fuck you, Mr. Krasinski. I'm a millionaire.
I went viral. Yeah.
How much do you make, you piece of shit?
Well, and then
Vaping at
they
your
can
desk.
look at your social media too.
I
Like
know.
if you have an Instagram where you post a picture of yourself, like a thirsty pic, they're like, look at Miss Krasinski in a thong. What the fuck's up with that?
Oh my God. They're like, oh, you're trying to be a comedian? You fucking
Oh my
loser?
God, you're real bomb today, you idiot.
Dude,
Oh, it'd be
that would have been
horrible.
my dream as a bad student. Like I didn't even think. I've never
Yeah,
thought
you
that
could
way.
prank teachers
No,
so
to
easily
find
now.
out that they do comedy. I'd be at every show with our whole crew in there bombing, trying to work it out. And you're just like, you're just in your backyard. You're like, you are
did
dead.
the same
You are
shit
dead.
last week.
You're just a crew of hecklers. What a nightmare that would be.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I wish that I knew Mike when he drank. Just a real
Were you drunk
menace.
at school?
No, I wasn't like. I drank at school a couple times, like 3 times.
Did a lot of kids do that?
People at my school, the library, like I did like 3 months at Catholic school. So when I came back to public school,
You did 3 months?
yeah, there was like a thing I had to leave. I wasn't allowed in public school anymore after 8th grade. So I went to Catholic school. They kicked me out. And then like I like snuck in. There was like the guy was like, we'll let you in here, the high school.
Why were you not allowed in public school?
There was like multiple strikes.
A lot of things.
lot of strikes.
Wow. Oh, you've gone over this.
We talk about it a lot.
Like,
on
went to
Okay.
court a couple times, but it wasn't.
Oh, wow. Damn.
They
But,
stole things and destroyed things and broke into things.
But
Yeah.
our
Oh my
our
God.
cafeteria in high school when I
The old
went there was
Trinity.
like you could just roll in. It was like a social club. There'd be like a section people drinking. There was like people who did Adderall. There was like these desks with these covers. Like it was like a whole. You're like.
And
those are
then
the weed
no one
guys.
tried to stop it.
No, they didn't care as long as you were like being cool. But I didn't drink. I wasn't a school drinker. There were guys who had rum and cokes. Like drinking vibe wasn't for me in school. I would
They're
get
just
high.
guys with rums and cokes.
Yeah,
That's
just 20 ounce.
crazy.
They'd be drinking in class, but they'd never get like rocked. But they'd be kind of steady, like keeping a steady buzz going.
That's crazy.
I drank for like a powder puff. Do you know what that is?
Oh yeah, the powder puff game.
The big football game. I was in like some sort of a play, kind of like before the rally. I was in the rally.
Oh yeah.
And, makes sense that Mike was in a rally.
Yeah,
I was drinking, dude.
He was getting ready.
I was drinking whiskey in the bathroom, getting ready. And our thing was these two guys. I run out. They clothesline me. I think I'm from the other high school. And in the reality, now I'm drunk. So I come in, I'm running way faster than before.
Oh, no.
And they didn't tell me there was like a springboard. They had like a spring from like the gymnastics. I hit that thing, and I did like 2 flips. This other kid's a total asshole. He fucking full-on clotheslines me. Huge football player. Dude, I'm lucky I didn't break my neck.
Oh, my God.
I remember the principal.
You're flying through the air, somersault, and then a guy gets you?
No. They made me flip when I ran and jumped. I run, jump. They hit me. I'm flipping. I remember when I woke up, the principal was looking. He's like, "This kid could have been easily dead," and they still didn't check.
Why did they allow that? The principal's just like, yeah, clotheslining's fine.
Because of sports, you know how it is.
I mean, I guess you're drunk. They
didn't know I was shit-faced, but I got away. That was a close one.
That's lucky.
But being drunk in school, I didn't find fun. It's like the two opposite vibes. You're like, dude, I want to be partying.
Yeah.
Like you're learning history.
Being high would be fun, probably.
Being high is good also because it keeps you from like guy like me from like yelling something. You know, when you're bored or like saying wise comments.
Yeah, I was a wise ass in high school.
Not always, but sometimes. But when you're high, you're not like going out on limbs like that, you know?
Right.
You're like pretending to read.
Oh.
Yeah, so it like helped me not get in trouble.
The only time I drank once before I played rugby in college, and
that sounds terrible.
Year, we drank on like a Friday before going. We each like chugged funneled like 2 beers each, and then we're like, this is gonna be awesome, dude. We went out and it was just like a running practice, and I was like, this is the worst thing ever. I puked. We all puked.
Running while you're drunk is terrible.
It was horrible. I thought I was gonna die, and then I was like, never again.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
I thought it was gonna be a walkthrough day. Like we would just be like, game tomorrow, walkthrough day.
Nah. Is rugby tough? Practice is tough? Are they running you raw?
You know what's so with rugby? It was always we would practice, and then when we would do like full, we never finished the practice when we would actually play. Like we would do like a scrimmage because we would play until someone got hurt. Is it
that rough? People get hurt every time.
Yeah, I've seen like I've dislocated both my shoulders.
God.
Like tore my knee apart. I broke my nose like 2 or 3 times.
So it's way worse than football.
In terms of
football's
like,
bad too.
I not as much CTE because you don't hit as hard.
Oh, okay.
It's not like these full head-on collisions.
There's no helmet either, though.
No, but
you don't hit the head.
You tackle better.
Oh,
but
okay.
Still, people can get like fucked up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you have to pop your shoulder back in yourself?
I went to the hospital. One, it popped in, and then the other, I had to go to the hospital. It was like really messed up.
You ever play sports?
Basketball.
Yeah, Mike, has not been listening any of the pod, dude. We went over this.
I really don't even remember that you played basketball.
We did briefly mention it. Well, I was bad.
Good Lord.
I played a lot of sports, and I was mediocre.
What about baseball?
I played baseball a few years, but I wasn't good at baseball.
Oh, I was terrible.
I was okay at basketball.
I was terrible. I was an embarrassment at baseball. I hated it.
Really?
Yeah. People like, I want my parents to come. I'm like, I don't want my parents to come and see this.
I wish my dad was so mean to me for sports. He always rode me way
Really?
too hard.
Was he a sports guy?
He played soccer and hockey, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, a hockey
yeah.
guy.
He was always yelling at me
My
like, "You
son.
should have run harder. You didn't play good defense." And it was
My
like,
son will be in the NHL.
yeah, right. Well, they called me chemo kid because I was so skinny on the track
Oh my
team. They
God.
called me chemo kid.
That's horrible.
They're like, "Are you gonna make it, chemo kid?" And it was so funny. I'm very skinny now, but I was so skinny in high school.
Holy
It was
shit.
like disgusting. I weighed like 100 pounds in high school.
Oh man, I was always pretty fat in high school, so
I would have loved to be fat.
I can't relate.
It was disgusting when I took my shirt off. It was like Auschwitz type. I looked really bad.
I think you're being abused at home.
Yeah, literally, it looked like I wasn't being fed at home.
Hey Jeffrey, do you want a peanut butter sandwich?
I'm allergic.
Are you really?
No, I'm not. No.
That'd be so
I
funny.
was a little dweeb though. Oh man.
Oh my
wild.
God.
Quiz Bowl too. Dude, that was
Really?
my real sport.
See,
That's
I
what I
could see-
really
yeah, there
took
it is.
seriously was Quiz Bowl.
There it is.
I was the best. We were
That
good.
makes
We made
sense.
nationals. We were good at
Really?
Quiz Bowl. You just gotta play Jeopardy basically and
That's
go to
pretty
the other
cool.
high schools with the other like losers. It was always like people with like fucked up arms and stuff, but they were smart.
Did you get a Letterman?
I did. It was a little brain. It was a brain. Yep. I got a math team too. Yep. And a track, I think. Yep. Pi. It was a pi symbol and a brain. Yeah. because we were the Pioneers. That was our school. The Pioneers. Come on, it was made for us. It was great.
That's why they came here.
Yeah,
that's why they
came here for the
from
math
England,
team,
so that you could be named the Pioneers.
There were some hot women on math team.
Really?
Come on, no, absolutely not. Oh, the women on math, and I think they're all trans now. I think
Hey.
the quiz bowl at least.
They must have been putting something in the water.
They're putting something in the water. We were so ugly. I was one of the hottest guys on the quiz bowl team, and I was so disgusting. I just had like bad teeth, and the beard was terrible. Because you had to shave it. Did you go to Catholic school?
Yeah, I did.
Did you have to shave? Like if you had more than a little bit of fuzz, you had to go to the bathroom and shave with their razors.
I never had to. Maybe senior year.
That was like my thing. I thought it was funny to be sent to the bathroom because they'd give you like a one blade Bic, and I'd be like bleeding all over, and I thought it was good attention, but it was bad attention I was getting. I couldn't
walking around with all these red spots, and
I was like, everyone's laughing at me. That's good, right? I couldn't understand that that's bad.
that's
how old were you?
funny.
This was like probably sophomore or junior year of high school.
Dude, I don't think I had facial hair in high school, but I knew an Italian kid who they made him leave in 5th grade. They're like, they made him go home. They had to start shaving him.
Every day he had to leave?
No, like at one point, like they called in his parents, and they were just like, but he was like a man by the time, by 6th grade, he was a full man. He's one of those guys that's talking about like jerking off, and like, I was like, not even physically under.
I can't
not
do
only
that.
did my mind not under, my body didn't understand that. I'm like, what is going on here?
How do you do that?
Yeah, some
It
kids
gets
though.
bigger. Yeah, I never.
It gets bigger.
I didn't
I
know
can't
shit
wait.
about that. I wasn't jacking off till 20s, probably. I was a late bloomer. It was rough.
God.
Yeah, I wasn't having sex in high school or college.
Not college?
No, I did not.
Really?
It's amazing how drunk I got, and I didn't fall into a
And
pussy
you were
once.
growing a beard.
And I dressed so poorly.
Yeah.
I wore
Oh,
pajama
okay.
pants all the time.
Jeffrey.
I wore like bright Simpsons pajama
no.
pants and stuff. Oh, I thought it was so funny.
People probably knew you as the guy like, oh, that's the pajama
Yeah,
pants
no, they
guy.
did. And I rode around on a Razor scooter.
Oh, dude.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
a kid at
like
our
12 years ago. Yeah.
There was a kid at our college who only wore shorts every day of the year. He wore these like cargo shorts, January
Yeah.
or June. It did not matter. And he was the kid with the shorts. So I'm sure, dude,
It was
you
a
were the
very
kids
similar
with the pajama
vibe. Yeah,
pants.
they were very loud pajama pants
Oh,
too.
my
It was
God.
disgusting, and I was so drunk. I just thought I was. I thought it was cool to be like, I'm drunk. I was like, it wasn't. I was just passed out by 10 p.m. every night.
Oh, God.
I didn't
dude.
even make it to the bars.
Oh,
It was
brutal.
brutal. I mean, I'm so skinny too. I get drunk quickly.
Yeah, I said this on one of our last episodes when the first time I blacked out, it's because I lost like 25 pounds from like sophomore to
couldn't
junior
handle
year,
it, yeah.
or freshman to sophomore year, and I still partied like a fat guy, and it was like I was just like blacking out.
Fat guys can drink.
Yeah.
They can drink.
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
I can drink.
You stay a little thick so you can drink.
You
That's
know?
good.
Yeah, you get
Not
that extra
bad.
White Claw in. All right, dude. We're at just over an hour. We usually do about an hour. But is there any other stories that you had keyed up, ready to rock?
What did
Anything you want
The mugging was the big one I
to?
had.
I mean, that was.
That was the
I'm gonna
main-
think
that
about
honestly,
That was the main one
I
I
have
had.
not heard anyone ever tell a story like that, and the honesty, like no one else would ever admit. to
It's
what you
really
did.
bad.
I feel like we should do it separate, like have him do this with like one of those backdrops where he just lays out and we're like, you have drawings, like
Oh yeah, I would love to see the guy
Just
again.
an animated. Oh my God!
get
It
that
really-
guy, that surprise guest. We're like, and we brought the mugger.
He's like, you guys want Coke?
Yeah.
He's like, you were the easiest mugging I ever had. Didn't have to fight at
Maybe
all.
he quit because of that. He's
He's
like,
like, I can't do this
yeah,
anymore.
it plays in his head. He's
Yeah.
like, the guy was so nice.
I
Such a
honestly
nice guy.
wish you didn't bring it up again because it's making me angry all over again.
It was emasculating. I didn't have much masculinity, but it's gone now. I'll tell you that much.
It's so bad, dude.
It's really pathetic.
It's horrible, man.
Yeah, I'll try to make it a bit one day on stage. That's my goal because it really haunts me.
You have
it
to.
haunts me. Yeah.
You have to, and hopefully then you can do it on TV, and that guy will
Find
see
that
it.
guy. Find that guy.
That guy
I helped
sees it,
pay
and
for
he's
his
like,
wife's chemo
"Fuck."
or whatever whatever lie he gave to me. Like, just tell me the truth, man. I'm sitting here on a stoop with you at 4 a.m. and you're lying to me? Come on.
Yeah.
Just tell me you mugged me because I look like a bitch. Don't tell me your wife has cancer.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
Oh God. All right, you feeling good, dude?
I feel good.
Dude, this is great. Thank you so much for doing it.
Thank you.
Tell
for
the people
having me.
where they can see you, where they can find you. If you got anything,
I don't know.
coming
This
out.
is coming out in late September.
Yeah.
You said okay.
Yeah.
I don't know where I'll be then. Actually, early October in Detroit, I'm opening for Mark Norman at some theater, Royal Oak Theater in Royal Oak, Michigan. That'll be fun. And Geoffrey ATM, Jeffrey Astamouth on Instagram. Jeffrey ATM with a G.
I thought it was at the moment.
Nah,
That's how I always read it.
They call me Asmus, so they call me Astamouth in high school. Yeah. It's not that funny, but I'm not changing it. So it's Jeffrey ATM. Follow me there. The only funny white man.
That is true.
Except for these, I think they might be Jewish, but I don't know.
I'm Catholic, and
yeah,
so
that
is he.
counts. That counts. That's good. We allow that.
Oh my God. Yeah, go follow him, Michael.
Mike T. Kerrigan, Instagram.
Dylan Krasinski on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok, and Troublemakers on YouTube. Troublemakers _podcast on Instagram, and Troublemakers podcast on TikTok.
You had to
very
change
confusing.
it. You had to change it.
It's very upsetting that
Yeah.
couldn't do it across all the platforms. But hey, guys, thank you for listening. These episodes are out every Wednesday. Go follow Geoffrey. Thank you for being here, my friend.
Thanks for having me.
This was great, dude.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to New York.
It. I'm back.
We'll
King
see
of
you next-
Bushwick.
The King of Bushwick. Next time you're on, hopefully we'll have another Bushwick robbery story for you.
Oh, God, I hope not.
All right, baby. We'll see you next week.
See ya.
Yeah.
Good night.